This is a brief description of the task for Workshop 1. You should already have a description of this task in the Workshop Word document that you've got with the Workshop zip file. This task uses spreadsheets created for WATA. Each spreadsheet contains information from MOJDAY necessary for word context detection and thematic analysis. So it contains everything necessary for the human stage of WATA. So the computer stage done, and the spreadsheet contains the information that the human, you, need to do the word context detection and the thematic analysis. The significant words worksheet within the spreadsheet contains a list of words that occur more often in one set of text than another, for example, in the male or the female authored texts. And then you get one or two matching text worksheets. So these contain random texts containing each significant word. So one for male, one for female, if it's a gender comparison. Here's an example. This is the significant words worksheet from one of the exercises. And you'll see there's a list of word association words. So here there are 12 word association words listed. So each one of these words occurs more often in one set than the other, more often in the male tweets or more often in the female authored tweets. And which is which are the male, which are the female? Well, it's the higher percentage tells you which one. So if we look at the top here, the top word is parties, and that occurs in 39.6% of the male tweets and 47% of the female tweets, so it's a female associated word. And parents, 6.8% male, 10.1% female, that's a female associated word. But Tory, 0.9% male, 0.2% female, so that's a male associated word, higher percentage for the males. Okay, so just to double check, the red ones are the female and the white ones are the male in the column at the end. And here I've included the stars so you can see all of these are statistically significant. They've all got stars. More about the stars later. And here are the female tweets. So remember the top two female words were parties and parents. And so we have a set of matching text for the quick stage. So for the word parties, we have 5 rows, each one of which is a tweet with the word parties. So parties, 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 parties. Okay, so for the word association contextualization, you would need to discover the meaning of the word party and the context in which it's used. And that would be your context answer for parties. And you would use the female one, the female worksheet, not the male worksheet, because that's a female associated word. And same for parents, that's a female associated word. So you would use these female tweets. Tory was male associated, so I haven't bothered including the male tweets. If they were in here, you would ignore them because that's a male word. Okay, so the female tweets are used for the female associated words. You read the matching tweets to discover the main context, meaning and context of the word. And in this example, for parents, the context would be the tweeter's parents. So you might even be more precise than that and say, well, these are COVID worries about the parents of the tweeters. So that's very specific. And a male example, so the top two words for male were Tory and Premier. So if you click the male tweets worksheet, you get a list of the tweets containing the male terms. So to find the context, the meaning and context of the word Premier, you would read the tweets containing the word Premier. And for Premier, I would say the context is Premier League football, and more specifically, cancellation of Premier League football due to COVID. So these were from very early on in COVID-19, 10th to the 23rd of March tweets about COVID-19. Okay, so Premier, we need to discover the meaning of the word. In this case, the meaning is Premier League, not Premier the best. The meaning is Premier League. And I can see there's a spelling mistake there, sorry. Premier. And the context is cancellation of Premier League football. Okay, so the workshop 1 task is for the spreadsheets that you've been given. For every word in the spreadsheet, detect the context from the appropriate set of texts. And then once you've detected the context of all the words, think of an initial theme. Have some ideas for themes that could group together different contexts. And then you might change that to come up with a final theme. So a set of themes that group together related words. And for these examples, I think there are 2 female themes and 2 male themes. So I've given space in here for you to write down the 2 female themes and the 2 male themes for this one. You might get a different set, a different number. So my answers, so I've given you a spreadsheet which is blank and a spreadsheet with my answers in. So my answers aren't the correct answers. They're answers that I think make sense. So you might get a different set of answers that also make sense to you. So so that's fine. So I'm hoping that you get similar answers to me, because I'll set this up so that I'd expect that to happen. But if you found a different interpretation that also makes sense, then that's completely fine. So as for any qualitative analysis, there's not one true answer, and the answer depends on the knowledge you bring into something and the angle with which you analyze the data to some extent. So it is subjective. This method is a subjective method, despite the statistical stages, the stars. It is a partly subjective method. Okay, so good luck. And just to clarify, we're just doing the human stages. In the afternoon, we're going to look at the WAD stage, the detection stage. So we're doing the computer work using a program to collect tweets and identify the word associations. But I thought it's best to start off in the morning doing the final stages, which are the contextualization and the thematic analysis, because that's really the toughest bit, I think.